Hey guys, so this is going to be our next new challenge, which, I'm not sure how it's going to work out yet, but I'm still pretty confident and I do want to try this. Now, I don't know at the time of recording, but this may be a mini-series rather than a straight series. Who knows? But the main thing we're going to be doing is only Alena may fight. We're going to see how far Alena can go solo. That's how we're going to make this challenge anyway. And I have three rules for this that I'll be following as we go. One thing is, only Alena can be in the party where possible. The times that she's not, I won't record, I'll just skip over like I usually do, like how I just skipped over Ragnar's chapter. Let's see. But, yeah, only she's going to be allowed in the party where I'm able to, and everyone else, if there's someone has to be in the party, like the hero or something, he'll be at, like, I'll make sure they're, like, weakened to, like, 1 HP as usual. Now, if Alena alone in a boss fight is not possible, then I might have people be in the fight but not do anything. They might just spam items, but they'll be at full health. For instance, this is in case, like, Alena by herself just literally can't do it because she runs out of HP or self-healing or can't out-heal something. That's my idea. Like, saw someone do this with Dragon Quest XI where they did a Serena-only fight, but, you know, you can't only have one person out in Dragon Quest XI. So she just had they had the whole party out, but all they did was, like, spam items or defend, I think, while Serena could heal everybody to basically count as a mass amount of HP for her, and hope she didn't get targeted. And then, meanwhile, the party basically just was meat shielding. That's all they do. So that might be my second case that I might do. Again, if a boss fight happens where Alena can't solo it. Now, the last possibility, which we shouldn't get to, but just in case if that meat shielding doesn't work, then what I might do is allow the party to heal and support, but they can't actually do any damage. Only Alena could do damage. That's kind of like, whatever, really, because Alena already is her own powerhouse, but, you know, I figured it'd be a good idea just to try something different, and I figured this is an interesting idea to do, and I want to be able to at least, you know, get all the way through the game if possible. Worst case scenario, it's an incomplete run, and I'll try other characters doing something similar. I actually probably am going to do other characters doing something very similar. I have a couple in mind, actually. But in any case, basically this is an attempt at an Alena solo run with some possible backup perks if necessary. With all the rules out of the way, why don't we go over our stuff and before we do this little fight in Tabarov. So, I have Alena at level 6. Level 5 is somewhat doable, but you really have to have you have to kind of hope, in a way. I would say level 6 is a little bit more secure, but you still can lose. So, anyway, Alena's stats, everyone should know this, but if you don't, she's high strength, high agility, and eventually she has very high resilience, but not quite there yet. She's too low level at the moment. She doesn't get much equipment, though. But she doesn't usually need it because of her high resilience later. This is the best gear that we can get her right now, with the exception of she could technically get leather armor, but it's only like 2 defense for a lot of more money that I'm like, I'm about to get an upgrade anyway, so there's no need for it. But yeah, the feather hat's the best you can have for this chapter, I believe. But the silk robe is actually pretty damn good, and she starts with it, so, and the feather cap she gets in her room. The Divine Dagger is the best weapon that she can get until right after this battle. So, but for this chapter, this is going to be the only boss fight that you're going to see in this chapter, just so you know. The rest of her inventory is medical herbs. But yeah, I'm not going to go over the arena because, well, in the default game, she kind of has to solo it anyway, so there's nothing special about showing her solo it again, you know? There's nothing... Oops. I hit no by accident. Oh, shit. Shut up. No one cares. Okay. I forgot it starts off at no. That's my bad. But yeah, anyway, though, yeah. So for this is the only chapter 2 fight you're going to see. And then the next time you see her, we're probably right for the fight with Baalzack. Because, unfortunately, she can't be around for the other 2 chapter 5 battles. So... but that's not too big of a deal. I'm not looking forward to... No, that's not Baalzack, excuse me. Chilladons or Marquise De Leon. Ah, my bad. But yeah, that's going to be the next time we see her after this. Don't know how we're going to do it, but I do know I will have access to the boat so I could actually go around the world and grab all the equipment I need, at least. You know, this translation, I kind of preferred what they had in the NES version. When you ask you to get into the carriage, it goes like, now don't litter the litter. And it's like, this is not time for your puns, you priest. I love that, though. I love that. In this, it's just like, no, pray or whatever. It's very boring now. Anyway, it's boss time against Master Kung and a couple of foo dogs. Alright, first things first, you want to get rid of those foo dogs, because they're pretty troublesome. And Master Kung is faster than you. It's something you have to anticipate when healing yourself. But he does around 7, sometimes 8 damage to you. Yeah. Alright, now this is one of those predictive moments. Now, if he hits you with the 7 now, you're going to go down to 8. And then he has a possibility of killing you. So you're better off just healing on this turn. Yeah, 8. There you go. So, that's close to death there. So you're better off not dancing too close. Anyway, then you just attack. The boss fights are probably not going to be very interesting strategically here, because Alena's just fight, defend, and use item. So, anyway, yeah, Master Kung can heal himself, and that's where things get a little bit annoying, and you might have to get a little lucky. And you can, that's why I recommend the extra level. You can run out of medical herbs before he runs out of MP, and that can be a little dangerous. Okay, this is another predictive moment we need to medical herb, but he also might heal himself instead. Well, we got him to waste some MP at least. Alright, we just gotta keep attacking, and hope he runs out of MP. Yes, okay, there we go. We're good, we got this in the bag. But sometimes you have to rely on a crit or something, and it can get really dicey there. Oh, good for you, Alena. You leveled up. Also, all my seeds are going to Alena, so she's even, well, except for the mana seeds, there's nothing you can do with the mana seeds with her. But yeah, I already gave her the agility seeds that you pick up in the beginning, so she technically is a little faster than normal right now. And I'm about to give her the seed of life after this. Anyway, guys, I have a long road off screen to do. I'll meet you in Chapter 5. Oh, and last little note, and I'm sure you noticed, but my voice is back. Woohoo! Mostly. So you don't have to worry about me getting all, what do you call it, devoiced like this and all that the whole time. Anyway, see you in Chapter 5. Alright guys, we're here at the Palace de Leon with just Alena and a nearly dead hero here. I may have overleveled just a tiny bit, but I think it's actually kind of necessary to be overleveling at least a little bit. I might have overleveled a little bit more than that, because I usually wait till my musk wears out. Well, here's my level. I'm level 32. I gave her, Alena, all seeds except for the mana ones. I even gave her the wisdom ones. And yeah, 290 health is really good to help survive, and so she can just kind of go all out trying to take them down before she goes down. So, the way I did this was I trained over at the Royal Crypt and just kind of prayed that she would get crits, and went with that. Now, since I'm on an emulator, I did use save state scumming just to make sure I secure kills. I'm not gonna lie, I did that for making sure I could level up, but if you wanted to do this in a more fair way, without save states, I would recommend... You could still do the same thing, it's just that, you know, you deposit all your money in Endor, and then sail on down over there, bring the Sands of Time, because you can get the Sands of Time at this point, and go nuts trying to just get lucky crits until you start leveling up. I mean, you might want to get some more HP from around here. I don't think I started over there until I was level 20, so I get at least a good setting stone of HP. And I did also use tomfoolery, because he's the only person that you could bring with you at this point. I brought him along just to have a body, really, just to take hits when I needed it to. Once he died, though, I just didn't care, and I stopped, and then I didn't need him anymore. But anyway, here's her stats. She's got nearly max strength already, but I also gave her the strength ring for this fight, and also a bunch of I gave her all the seeds, so her stats are up higher than normal. I didn't give her the meteorite bracelet because her agility is so good now that she doesn't really need it. I was debating between the strength ring and maybe the ruby rare of protection to give her extra defense, but she's okay enough. And I also was going back and forth between the dodging, the cloak of evasion for her armor instead of this, but I think raw defense is better in the end. So, in any case, now that she's around this level, Falcon Knife earrings are the absolute must for this, because once you get enough strength, these are the best. Early on, though, they're not as good, I'm going to tell you, though. But not for very long. And she levels up pretty fast, too, so... Anyway, she's got the golden tiara, that's the best helmet she can wear in the game, period. And as far as I could tell, anyway. And the spangled dress is the best physical defense that she could have at this time, unless I went more mini-metal hunting. I don't think I have much more hunting to do for it, though. But she can get the magical dress that will help her resist magical effects. However, I'm like 5 behind at this point. I think there might be some more I could get, but not sure yet. And for setup, well, just medical herbs. But I want to point something out. While I was leveling up, I did get a Staff of Salvation. I'm not bringing it in for this fight, though, because I wanted to see if it was possible without it first, and I'll only bring it in if I feel like it's necessary. But I was able to actually do this. When she's got enough damage output and enough health, she could just go all out until Baalzack dies. Sort of like how Mina did in Chapter 4, in my Healers Only Without Healing, where she just basically had to try to keep her HP up and do enough damage before she gets taken down. Oh, but anyway, that's enough explanation. Also, that was a weird camera movement. Let's go ahead and meet with Ragnar. Yes, it was just who you were expecting. And also, the hero's name is Alena Time, just so you know. Or Alena Tim, depending how you want to pronounce it. But yeah, so here we are, with just a nearly dead heroine and Alena. Yes, you have no business being here. Alright, so why don't we just get this fight started. He's Marquise De Leon, he's all French and evil. And simple as that, it's boss time against Marquise De Leon. Alright, as you can see, Alena Time is at 1 HP. She's just going to defend, because no matter what she does, she basically dies. And Alena, well, in this very super strategical move, I think I'm going to attack, and then attack, and then attack, and then attack. Yeah, the strategy is not going to be much. It's just try to survive and know when to use your items. But with enough HP, she should just be able to go ahead and just keep attacking until he's dead. If she can get a crit in, so much the better. But the cold breath is absolutely the worst. Uh-oh. We're getting a little dangerous here. Okay. Yeah. Enough HP and she's good. But if I had the Staff of Salvation, you probably, at an earlier level, you could probably use it. You could probably get through this even at an earlier level with the Staff of Salvation, I mean. I said that out of order. So, yeah, if you really wanted to, maybe do a minor cheat, you could bring Talon with you instead, and just wait till he steals it from one of the Hoodoo Gurus. You could put those guys to sleep with the Dream Blades. You could use them as items. I've been using those in random battles. You could also use the Abacus of Virtue to use Expel/Poof to get rid of any enemies you don't want in battle. It's her only area of effect items that she could use at this point. And the Cautery Sword, too, if you need to do damage. But that's more for lesser enemies. It doesn't really work at higher levels. But anyway, that was Marquise De Leon. It's, again, not a huge strategy. More explaining than there was action, but wanted to explain everything. I'll try to meet you at Baalzack. I'm probably going to need the Staff of Salvation for that, but we'll see. See you there. Oh, treasure chest. Wait, sorry. I forgot about that. Alright, I'll see you there. Okay, guys, we're here for the Baalzack fight in the Zamakazvo. I never can remember how to pronounce it. Alena's castle. Let's put it that way. And I didn't have to even level up more. I am, well, I'm 2 HP down than I'm normally, but that's okay. It's honestly not that big of a deal of how to fight this. Now, I probably could do this, have done this earlier levels, just like I said with Marquise De Leon. I probably could do this at earlier levels if I have the Staff of Salvation with me. But for this fight, you barely don't need it if you have enough HP and damage coming out. So, her damage is about 212, attack anyway. And yeah, it's very simple, and there's no real strategy to go over, so let's just jump in. I tested it 3 times, and I was able to win each time. And I used the very, very strategic method of just attacking again. So that's all I have to do. And let's do this. Baalzack draws near. Alright. I did think I might need to heal at one point, but turns out I didn't. Also, I think Cloak of Evasion might be better in this case, but I'm not positive. But yeah, he does have a lot of self-healing that we have to worry about. But luckily, she has so much damage that he can't out-heal it, because he only heals 50, or I think he only heals 50, and she's doing like 89 times 2, yeah, 180 each turn, so she just takes care of him. So, yeah, I'm pretty shocked about that, but I'm okay with this. So, the next fight we have to deal with now is going to be either Roseguardin or Kirk Buzzer. Probably Kirk Buzzer. We'll do Kirk Buzzer next. And he's probably not going to be much of a challenge either, though if he kabuffs, that might be an issue. We'll see. I'll see you in the next fight. Okay guys, we're here at Kirk Buzzer, and as I thought, he's going to be mostly a pushover, even if he buffs himself up. There's no real reason to really go over my item setup because I really won't be using it, but I did throw in the Staff of Salvation in my inventory just for convenience when going through the dungeon and such. Though the dungeon's not too hard either. If you have a stack of herbs in your bag, you can just keep healing that way. But yeah, this is my general setup of bringing items with me. I have the Stratus Abacus to get rid of anything that is like, that can surround me really and just take too much damage on me. And then I had the Magma Staff in here, but I never ended up using it, just in case. Same equipment though, so why don't we just go ahead and get started. Oh, what are you doing here? Yeah. Well, we're here to kill you. Well, not kill you, but we're here to just, make you buzz off, Kirk Buzzer, because it's not a very good boss time. Because he's definitely not a very good boss. Also, that opening with a crit, wonderful. But yeah, he's one of the lamest bosses, really. Like, he has some neat moves, but he doesn't utilize them very well. Don't get me wrong, he is doing some good damage to us, but we're just stronger than him. And we could just literally attack him. We don't have to worry about healing yet. That's gonna change later. I think we all know that, but for now, it's working out fine with just solo Alena. Who knows, though, there might be fights in the future, most likely going to be S-Tark, where we are going to actually need some people in line just to be meat shields. We'll see, but for now, I'll meet you at Roseguardin. Oh, after I get an agility seed, anyway. Alright, we're here at Roseguardin's fight here, and yeah, this one's pretty simple too, though it does get a little bit tricky if you, depending what you do. If you just focus them down, don't worry about the Sphere of Silence, you're good, because honestly, you don't need the Sphere of Silence, you could just get a Staff of Anti-Magic, does the same thing. In any case, though, I did level up a couple times, and I got a bunch of seeds when I got the final key. I went around just grabbing everything. So my stats are up a bit. I got the magical skirt because I got enough mini medals, and this is the best gear that Alena's going to have until post-game, unless there's something I've forgotten about. But generally, these 3 pieces of equipment are her best gear, at least for now. And this may be changing as her strength gets higher, though. For item setup, you don't need anything I have in here, but this is the stuff that you may want to carry around with you for general fights. Excluding Fireclaw, I've been debating on that one still. But yeah, Estrella's Abacus, as mentioned before, still great to have Poof to get rid of multiple enemies. Icicle Dirk is for the small, lesser enemies, or if you need to kill a bunch of enemies and it's faster to do do this instead of just attacking them brute force. Basically, if there's 3 enemies that will die in 2 rounds or something, 3 or more enemies. Zenithine Shield for those really pesky, terrible spells such as like Whack and Thwack. It will keep her alive. This is good for if you need to get their defenses down and do some more damage, but generally she shouldn't need to, but it's there, you know. Magma Staff was just for the lesser enemies that I was running around with. I just had it on me. And the Staff of Salvation, again, I'm playing as if I don't have it, but this is basically, consider this like a bunch of herbs. That's what the Staff of Salvation is. And the medicinal herb was just leftover I had. Anyway, setup doesn't really matter much. We just go ahead and do the ultimate strategy of just attacking over and over. Yeah, we're doing 160 each. Now, he's doing 47 damage to us, which is pretty bad. Oh no, we're unable to cast spells. Yeah, don't worry about his summons. Just take him out first, because he is the biggest threat. The Chilladons are mostly whatever. Yeah, the breath is not great, but other than that, you can just go ahead and attack. Now, you may, if you have to heal, I would use the Staff of Salvation instead. But generally, you should be fine. Alright, we got rid of him. Now, this is a case where you may want to heal instead, like maybe throw some herbs up, because certain breath attacks like that could kill you. Now, I was trying to be smarmy at get there, honestly, but yeah, just you heal over there. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna fast forward through this fight. All right, now that I'm done being an idiot, we're just gonna go ahead and attack until he dies, and then we're gonna use the Staff of Salvation to heal. But you can get away with herbs too. Damn, they are not playing around, huh? Yeah, this was a bad roll. I was like, oh crap. I didn't realize how hard they were hitting this time. But yeah. You can get away with that with herbs too, I believe, but you'd have to make sure he goes down first. It's still a little bit tricky, though, as you can see. I wanted to show off the failure. I didn't do the failure on purpose, just so you know, but I figured, you know what? Roll with it, because, one, it's good to show, hey, I'm not over-leveled enough that things are, you know, really easy. Things can go wrong. But in any case, yeah. These guys, they're mostly easy, but again, it could be tricky. I would recommend bringing maybe, let's see, a bunch of herbs could work, but you could also use the Dream Blade and put the Chilladons to sleep if you feel it necessary, but then you're going to have to heal yourself when he attacks you, so gotta be careful. But yeah, this is a case where Staff of Salvation definitely does help, but I also could have just over-leveled even more, and I'd probably be fine. Anyway, speaking of over-leveling, I think I'm going to have to for when we fight Estark, but we'll see. I guess I'll see you there next.